have a few more callers. We got like under 30 minutes left, so let's get in here.
Unmuted.
Coach, what you got for us?
Thank you. I just got because I had been on Periscope, and some of my followers were like asking me questions, like it was going right along with some of the things
Did you hear them, all the accolades you're getting on this end?
Oh man,
Beard and Maisha, they love the game. And I know you loved what Maisha just said about spending. I was telling the sisters this morning that you said don't spend, circulate.
Right. So now I want to, and I was like, yo, I'm glad. I didn't know she was getting ready to come on. So yeah, I want to just put that little piece in, and I want to add one of the most powerful tools that I use. But this is another note, so everybody please write this down. Money is like a sophisticated woman. If you don't know how to treat her, she will leave you. Money is like a sophisticated woman. If you don't know how to treat her, she will leave you. So a lot of times when you get around, so, and this is even, so a lot of times when a woman is so caught up on her pocketbook, she's not realizing that she's dimming her own light. She's minimizing her own glory. Nobody wants to like be looking all good and then have to go stand in the closet, or you don't never get to go nowhere. So I use the word circulate. So she said invest. I like to use the word circulate. Don't spend your money. That's a never word, because the word spend means, oh, I had to pay this bill, or I had to do such and such, and I hate bills.
Money on this. I had to spend my money on this.
One of the rituals that I do is whenever I get listen to this, financial responsibility in the mail, I used to call them bills. I call them financial responsibilities, because when I take care of my financial responsibilities, it makes me feel stronger. So I get a red pen, I open the envelope, and I write down, I'm so happy and grateful that it makes me feel good that I can and will happily take care of my financial responsibilities each and every month.
I like that.
Because
I like that.
You immediately shift from the drudgery, because the central nervous system, people don't understand, the central nervous system is tied to your prosperity. So if you always bringing in guilt and anxiety about things that you don't want to do, but I do it because I got to do it anyway, then your central nervous system starts to break down and you don't nurture yourself. You don't nurture. So that's why I said I spent $200 on just reflexology on my feet, because I'm circulating. Look at the house of the person who just got that $100 tip. So any of us who are in the service industry who like bring in extra income through tips, how does it make you feel when you're like, wow, this person gave me, the service was $50 and they gave me $100 tip? You were the source of that joy to them. So I love circulating money,
that's right,
because now this person can do some more with that money. I learned from a very wise man, never ask the homeless person what he wants to do with the money, because it's none of my business. If I got it, give it to him, because he could be a money angel.
Right.
So
let it go.
And just let it go. Now, my other tool that I use, and this is how like Master got me started on this, was the ancestor money. And the first time I heard him talk about our ancestors are so, like if you don't take care of people and they don't have money, they tend to take. So we have accidents around the house, money gets missing, or something is always going out when we were trying to save it. That's because our ancestors can take from us, because we're not being diligent enough to feed them ancestor food, fixing their plates, and ancestor money. You know what I'm saying? So even if you only have the $10,000 bills, like the smallest increment, or even if you just got like $100 Joss paper money, is super important. That's one of the major tools. Is I want everybody on my team. Remember, Alexander was like, if I get millions of dollars, I want to send all the sisters on vacation with me. When I started getting millions and billions of ancestor money, I wanted my ancestors to be strengthened so they could help me too. Because the more strengthened that you are, like what's going to happen when y'all come back from that vacation and Alexander just spent all these millions? Then y'all minds are going to be fresh. That's how the rich do. The rich people, they go out and just sit on the beach and come up with creative ideals, because they don't have any more anxiety about debt. And the last part I want to add real quick is someone asked me, where do you draw the line between, what's good and what's bad for getting money? Please, the second tool I would say is get the releasement CD, and stop worrying about what negative people do with their money. Because you spend more time worrying about what negative people are going to do. You're not them. So stop judging them and what they're doing. They're going to get theirs. Don't worry. A fool and his money is soon parted. Right. So release all of your thoughts about there's some line that I have to cross. Release the religious aspect that's been taught to you that I listened to Reverend Ike yesterday. They says, what is it? Something about a camel could pass through an eye of a needle before a rich man could get into heaven. Well, what do you think about a poor man? It's gonna be 10 times as harder for a poor man to get in heaven. And my last comment is, money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil, because people who don't have money do more crime than the people who have money. And so those people who don't focus on, well, there was this one example of this person, Bernie Madoff. He had a lot of money and he robbed. Stop looking for the one flaw and focus on what you're going to do. Just keep replaying Spirits of Love show. Keep coming every Sunday and listening. Fill yourself up in your coffers and surround yourself with people who are going to give you good jewels like the Spirit of Love. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Khayr.
So eloquently spoken.
All right, we have another caller.
Stop worrying about what other people are doing. Listen, especially with Mercury in retrograde. Let me see who this is right here. I love listening into this call.
Yes, I very much. I love you very much.
Hi.
I'm calling from Florida. And
hey, sis.
It's time for breakfast too.
Okay, so that.
Gotta drop some jewels on them, boo.
Yes. What you working with over there? In terms of prosperity tools?
Well, whatever you want to tell us. Go ahead. Whatever you want to tell us.
Well, I will say that Tom inspired me a while back when he mentioned that he puts jewelry on his altar. So most recently, I have experimented with offering my spiritual parents and Lord Ganesh like some of the real gold that I have in gems. So like I'm strategically making those donations, and that's been really interesting. And that's something new that I just started doing this week. So if you can't afford to go out and buy some new things, I realized that I already had some precious gold that I had to offer that I was just kind of holding on to.
That's a great reminder. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
Giving
another thing
away
that
to your ancestors.
It reminded me of was saying that you had containers that you have on your altar, and that's what you put some of those pieces in, and it kind of gets it out of that mindset, because
we're gonna
there
do
are
an altar
certain
periscope
gods
too.
and angels that prefer certain types of offerings. And if you have the opportunity, like Brother Alexander was talking about, Kilmafu, about purchasing that video on the Top Rope Video Club, or connecting with the gods and divine linkage, then it tells you some of the things that certain gods and angels prefer as an offering.
And also the Spiritual Parents book as well. The Spiritual Parents book also.
Mm-hmm. And I know I have a piece that I love. I love it so much. It looks so pretty. And but I gave it as an offering. And I got a return as soon as, within a week of me giving it. And I think it was because I love the
power
piece
of
so
giving,
much.
man.
Before
Especially sacrificing something that you really love.
On my altar, and it made me sad that it was so much that I couldn't have it back. And so putting
get it back
in a small chest or a container is something that helps you let you know this is no longer yours.
and that
can't reach back over here and put it back on.
You may believe that others said once you put it on there, you can't take it back. That's there.
Can't
so,
take it back.
Right. That's right. Oh, look, I wrapped the gold chain around the candle to make sure, because it's a chain that I wore a lot. And so I think that's an excellent point. When you're attached to something, it has a greater value because not only is there the monetary value of it, but there's the emotional value of giving something that's that close to you that I think is important to them as well.
Right.
So
it's all energy. Money is energy. It's all energy.
Indeed. And I have to say, like, I love the show, and one of the things that I don't know if it's been directly pointed out, but talking about prosperity like this and playing the games and talking about the tools and hearing people talk about what they do is so important to transforming people's emotions, because I'm realizing there's a whole new level of joy just by listening to you guys and playing the game with you that I access about prosperity.
Watch and this video.
That was an important realization for me, that sometimes it's important to share so that you can build that synergy of excitement around it, and then it builds your level of expectation. And that's what you guys did, creating that emotional environment. And I feel very blessed for that.
Please watch this video.
And on that point, y'all, you know, people talk all the time about how people will sit around and they call each other and complain, my day was this, this is going on that, and all that kind of thing. Right. I don't have any money. I have this bill to pay. I have, you know, this, that, and the other. But how often do you actually come together with people and talk about all the exciting, beautiful things that you did? The excitement around your money. Like
money conference call.
Being excited because you were able to go and have this amazing dinner, or that you bought some fabulous, rich, decadent dessert, or you got a new pair of shoes. And
the gratitude call.
And then you don't come back and have any judgment about the fact that, well, I bought this instead of that.
That made me think
I bought a treat for myself.
I don't know who said it, but they mentioned how the company that you keep, like
your
in the next 5 years, you all are going to be on the same, you know, income level.
You're going to see your future. You're going to see your future. Well, let me write that down. That's going to be another one.
Who you're hanging around, what you're listening to, and who you're talking to, what you're talking about, because in the next 5 years, you all are going to be on the same level.
Right, we sure are. We're all going to be sitting on
whether if it's at a low level, that's where you're going to be. Whoever your closest friends are, you're going to be on the same level that they are.
They're going in.
Be careful who you keep around you.
Wow.
Well, in the words of our brother Alexander, let's get it. Let's get it.
No, for sure. I think, you know what made me think of, everyone was bringing up their practices, and, you know, I was just trying to keep it so short, and I still do. But there's just so much to it. I mean, the offerings, the ancestor money, as, you know, Brother Khayr said, I mean, all of these were the things that really get you to those millions, and I have to really agree. I mean, I felt in the motivation. We talked about, well, I could have mentioned intent, but I originally just wanted all the Tyrell tools. I mean, that became my jumping off point. Like, I had my stuff I wanted in the beginning. I had my, you know, the clothes I wanted, and, you know, I was doing okay, but then I was like, you know what, I want all of these tools. And it started making me, you know, I found a new motivation as the reason why I wanted all this money. And I feel like
after you got the tools, then what?
In the process of working towards my evolution.
After you got the tools and the money still coming, then what?
You know, my whole perspective started changing.
Once you got everything you want and the money still coming, then what?
About law and
get your
Congress
coins.
or the Constitution, words are extremely important. But,
Man,
you know,
I'm doing
I
to
don't
get your
play
coins
on
too. Man, get your
words as
coins.
much anymore as I've been raising my vibrations. And I mean, in a sense, I don't think about things so much in a negative state. You know, spending, and I'm not going after anyone saying spending or anything like that, because I use it just casual. But I guess I wanted to say my focus is so on, like, that I can have whatever I want, and that I don't hold myself to any limit anymore.
Get them coins.
And I felt through all of the practices that I've done and just been able to acquire this, that now it's just like, okay, just continue going on and then allowing the next process of millions to really be there. I mean, it was a large
what
sum
am I
that
ready for now?
before, and that
What am I
felt
ready
great.
for now?
But now I'm like, there are no bars, there are no limits, and now I just look at so much in a positive way. I think perfecting things still working on more of a balance within myself is really where the daily work is at. I definitely took some notes more so away about some of the language that I use, but I noticed that I don't harp on how much because I don't use cuss words or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, that's not my thing. But you know, I would definitely want to perfect some things and maybe think about like me saying spending, even though I don't have a limit on how I spend. I was thinking like, you know what, maybe that could be the edge that I need to really, you know, acquire that millions. It's actually like Brother Khayr was saying, you know, treat money like I treat women, which I would hold women so high on my list. Like they're like, you know, with the most respect. So, you know, I was just taking some notes away. It just made me want to actually just have this outburst of like just saying that part about, you know, it was just so much about all the practices, and maybe I need to think about some of the language that I do use in the sense of, you know, next acquiring that millions of dollars, because it's right there. I can feel it at
It's right here.
someone's doorstep,
The
if
money.
not yet my own doorstep. So this is a
Oh, it's
great
at my
deal,
doorstep,
as
baby.
y'all was saying. It's
It's
like,
on everybody's
It's on
doorstep.
everybody's doorstep.
that we
It's
all-
on
it
everybody's
helps that we're all
doorstep.
talking about
Yes.
it on a regular basis, because it does. just
Money's on
brings
your
it-
doorstep.
It's okay, and it is okay. So, you know, that's all I
It
want
is
to
a
say.
video
It was
game,
just
Rev.
excitement. Y'all
Rev,
just-
it is
the
a
Holy
video
Spirit,
game.
That's what happened.
It is. And you got the joystick. What do you want to do?
I just wanted to say something
Or do you just want to
really
hold it?
quick.
Don't
Sister
press some
and
buttons.
brother.
Press some buttons
We
instead of just
have been a
holding
part
a
of
joystick and being
Khayr for
powerless.
some time, and so we're kind of casually talking about some of the tools we use. And I
Tybro.com.
just wanted
Get your coins.
to
Yes,
let callers
man.
know, if you haven't
Yes,
been a part of
yes.
Tybro for a long time, if you go to our Spirit of Love page, we're going to post and share some of these different tools that we've been using over time, and a lot of them you can find on
Tybro.
YouTube as well. And Master Gibson, Dr. Mitchell Gibson has posted some of these tools just
Man,
to get you
yes.
started.
Rev, come on over.
So that once
much
you
finer
once
over here in
money
Carolina.
begins to manifest
Come
in your
on.
life, you'll be able to
Tybro.com.
then go ahead and purchase some of the bigger or more pricier items.
Yes.
But number one, mindset is first and foremost.
We're gonna bust these mindsets.
And
We're gonna bust
recognizing
up the
that the
mindsets.
energy of money is unlimited. But I just wanted to give a few tips, if you guys don't mind, some of the things that I started off with and how it helped me and how it's continuing to help me change my mindset. If we had like a moment to do that.
You made me think of one too. I'll say it after you finish.
All right.
I like tools.
Well, you probably already
like
know it. You can add it to yours.
recommendations.
Add this to yours. Just talk about when you talk about the ginger and orange peel and honey.
Yes.
The ginger and orange.
One of the first things
goodness.
that Master Dr. Mitchell Gibson
Listen to this, Rev.
recommended
Listen to this.
was, he calls it a prescription. He said, I'm going to prescribe you a prescription to heal your poverty illness. Poverty, that mindset is an illness. And when I heard Master say it like that, I said, whoa. But the beauty about that is that every illness has a cure. There isn't anything that cannot be cured.
Every illness has a cure.
And so what Master prescribed was a combination between a teaspoon of honey, ginger, and orange peel. And if you take that twice a day, that will help you clear up
some of the ancestral karma connected with debt and connected with blocking your finances. Another easy tool that we can post, and we're sharing the ones that Master has, given for free,
Share
and that he shared freely. But there's something that we call Psalm 57. Psalm 57, it sounds familiar, it's a book in the Bible, but Psalm 57 has magical properties within that prayer. And if you inscribe Psalm 57, if you recite Psalm 57 daily and inscribe the words chai, C-H-A-I, on a green candle while reciting Psalm 57 consistently, you'll start to see miracles happen in your life when it in terms of prosperity. And what I've been working with most recently
Psalm 57.
is there's a prosperity tool from SEAL, from the Quinoa Food Practice, but Master gave one particular SEAL freely on Facebook, which we'll post on our Spirit Love page, where you call upon and you state the names of 2 celestial spirits. And when you do this with the vibration of what it is you want, and you look at the seal,
she's talking about
minutes,
the Quinoa food.
Joy in your heart, it acts as a signal to the God.
Take the ginger peel.
A major change in your
so you
life
need an orange, you need some ginger, and you need some honey. Orange, ginger, and honey. All right. Shave the orange on the outside. The peeling